Hello all, today we are going to be taking notes on solving word problems involving multiplication. You are going to be asked multiple times to stop the video today and solve a problem, and then return back to the video to check your work. We are going to start by reviewing a multi-step multiplication problem. If you could, pause the video and solve the given problem in the box provided. See you in a couple minutes. Okay, welcome back. So I have the problem written in the box. I am going to be putting in my place value lines because you know how I feel that it makes the problem easier to solve and it keeps my numbers in line. We're going to start by solving the number in the ones place. We're going to take the 7 and we're going to multiply it by each number in the top. So I'm going to start with 7 times 1, which is 7. 7 times 8, which is 56. I put the 6 in the tens place, and I carry the 5 to the next place value after I just multiplied these 7 times 8. I do 7 times 5, which is 35, and remember that I have to add the number that I carried. 35 plus 5 is 40. So I put the 0 in the next place value, and I carry the 4 over to the next number. I take 7 times 2, which is 14, remembering to add the 4, which is 18. After I do the first column, I'm going to remember to cross out the number that I just multiplied, so I know not to use that anymore, and the numbers that I carried, so I don't use those again. I'm going to start now multiplying by the 6. The 6 is in the tens place, so I know that my answer has to start in the tens place, remembering that I need to use that place value holder then in the ones. Then I'm going to take the 6 and I'm going to multiply it by every number just like I did the 7. 6 times 1 is 6. There's nothing to carry. 6 times 8 is 48. So I write the 8 in the hundreds, and because I just did 6 times 8, I'm going to carry the 4 to the number right next to it. So the 4 is on top of the 5. 6 times 5 is 30, plus the 4 is 34. I'm going to carry the 3 over to the next number. And 6 times 2 is 12, plus 3 is 15. So now I have finished multiplying the tens. So I'm going to cross off the 10, and I'm going to cross off the numbers I used in the tens place. Now I'm going to move to the 3. Since I'm multiplying the 3 in the hundreds place, my answer has to start in the hundreds place. So I have to do 2 place value holders before I start multiplying. Then I can start. 3 times 1 is 3. There's nothing to carry, and you notice it started under the 3. 3 times 8 is 24. So I put the 4 in the next place value, and I carry the 2 over above the 5. Excuse my writing it over the other ones, but that's all the space I have on my video. 3 times 5 is 15, and I add the 2 to make it 17. And I carry the 1 over to the next number. And then 3 times 2 is 6, plus the 1 is 7. So now I've multiplied the 3 by all of the numbers in the place value. At this point, what you want to do is make sure that you add the numbers and take your time in adding because we're finding people making mistakes. 7, 0, and 0 is 7. 6 and 6 and 0 is 12. Carry the 1. 8 and 3 is 11, plus 1 is 12. Carry the 1. I see 8 here, so 8 and 1 is 16 and 1, which is 17. Carry the 1. 5, 1 and 1 is 7, plus 7 is 14. Carry the 1. 7, 1 and 1 is 9. So I see that I have a final answer of 947,227. please make sure that your answer is right in your notes, and then if you've made a mistake, if you've erased it and corrected your work. Next, we're going to be looking at word problems involving multiplication. If you look at the problem given, example A, you're looking at a chart that shows the amount of money each Bucks player receives each game. So player A makes $4,350 every game. Player D makes $12,352 every game. The last column is the number of games that they have played. So the question asks, how could you figure out the total amount that player A received? So we are looking at player A, and you want to find the total amount of money that player A made. Please pause the video, solve for player A, and make sure your answer is written as a complete sentence. Okay, welcome back. So we know that player A receives $4,350 each game and that he played 4 total games. So we have to take 4,350 and multiply it by 4. I'm not putting in my place value lines this time because I'm only multiplying by a 1-digit number. We start with 4 times 0, which is 0. We do 4 times 5, which is 20, so I'm going to carry the 2 to the number next to the 5. 4 times 3 is 12, plus the 2 is 14. I'm going to carry the 1. 4 times 4 is 16, plus the 1 is 17. So I see that my answer is $17,400. So what this means is after 4 games, player A will have earned $17,400. So when you're writing it as a sentence, you would say, player A received $17,400 for playing in 4 basketball games. Since we didn't have a full name for player A, we just start with calling him that. It gives the detail of how much and the detail of the fact that it's for 4 games. Okay, make sure to correct any work that you have wrong before you move on to the next example. We are looking at actors and how much they're paid per TV episode. So you see that actor A earns $9,500 per episode. Actor C earns $20,300 per episode. We are going to calculate how much actor D earned and then write our solution as a sentence. Actor D makes $17,750 per episode and has worked 22 episodes. Calculate and write a sentence. Okay, welcome back. We're solving 17,750 times 22. Because I have more than 1 digit in the bottom number, I am going to put my place value holders in. We're going to start with 2. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 5 is 10. Carry the 1 to the next number. 2 times 7 is 14, plus the 1 is 15. carry the 1 to the next number. 2 times 7 is 14, carry the 1 is 15, carry that 1. So we carry over to the next number. And then 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. I am done multiplying by the first 2. Now I am going to multiply by the second 2. I don't need this anymore, and these numbers are all gone. I put my place value holder in because I'm starting in the tens. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 5 is 10. Carry the 1. 2 times 7 is 14. Plus 1 is 15. Carry the 1 to the next number. 2 times 7 is 14. Plus 1 is 15. Carry the 1 to the next number. 2 times 1 is 2. Plus 1 is 3. You should notice that the numbers are exactly the same, just shifted over 1, which makes sense because you multiplied by the same number. Now we are going to add our digits. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 and 0 is 5. 5 and 5 is 10. Carry the 1. 3 and 1 is 4. Plus 5 is 9. And 3. So after 22 episodes, this actor has earned $390,500. So we have to write it as a sentence. We don't have a name for the actor, so we're going to say actor D earned $390,500 for 22 episodes. Great. Okay, we have one more example to do. So make sure first that your answer for example B is done and correct. And if it's not correct, pause and fix. Otherwise, we can move on to C. Example C says you saved $3,000 to buy 4 season tickets to Marquette basketball. If each ticket costs $652, will you have enough to purchase the tickets? How much more will you need to save or extra will you have? Okay, please pause the video and solve the problem. Remember, you're solving the problem and writing a sentence as your answer. See you back in a couple minutes. Welcome back. So we know that we first have to figure out how much money the tickets will cost. If you're buying 4 tickets at $652, you have to multiply 652 times 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 5 is 20. Carry the 2. 4 times 6 is 24. Plus 2 is 26. So we see that the 4 tickets will cost $2,608. The question asks, do you have enough money to buy the tickets? Well, you have $3,000 and $2,608 is less than that, so you do. But it also asks, how much more will you need to save or extra will you have? So we now need to take $3,000 and subtract the $2,608 to see how much extra we have. So I'm going to borrow all the way from over here. This is going to become a 10, and then a 9, a 10, and then a 9, and a 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. 9 minus 0 is 9. 9 minus 6 is 3. So we have $392 extra dollars. When you write your sentence, you should be detailed. You should talk about how much it costs and how much extra you have. A good example of a sentence would be, It costs $2,608 for 4 season tickets to Marquette basketball. I saved $3,000, so I now have $392 extra dollars to spend. Great. Now, if you could make sure that your answer is right and you have an appropriate sentence, come and show me your completed notes, and I will tell you what your assignment is for the day. Thank you very much.